Welcome back. I'm sitting with Claudia Greenwood. Claudia, welcome. So lovely to see you this morning.
Thanks, Lindy. Lovely to be here again.
Awesome. So what do you have for us today?
Lindy, today we're going to talk about recovering from failure.
Okay.
It's a topic that's been coming up so often with people experiencing all sorts of different things. And, you know, Lindy, I'm sure you can relate. We all experience failure at some stage.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's relationships, sometimes it's our career, studies, whatever.
Sure.
Maybe just like didn't achieve a goal that we'd set out. And we like tend to beat ourselves up like terribly. The first thing I want to share is you're not the failure.
100%.
So if something goes wrong, it's not you that's the failure.
Yeah.
It's the action that is the part that we need to focus on.
Okay.
So I did something that, you know, I should do something differently. What part of the whatever we were doing that went wrong do I need to correct?
Okay.
So don't own I am a failure. It's what I did failed.
100%.
Okay. So already we're taking it, we're not personalizing the failure.
Yeah.
We're not creating that persona that I'm not good enough, I'm a failure. We've got to change that narrative. Rather say, what can I do differently? Okay. So it's shifting the mind and the focus from what went wrong to what can I actually do about this, and taking responsibility for our actions.
Yeah.
Rather than saying, it's me.
Yeah.
There's something wrong with me.
Yeah.
Because as soon as we say that to ourselves, what we're creating in our mind is that narrative of, I'm the problem. Okay. Where it's not you that's the problem, it's what we did or didn't do.
And it's so difficult to get out of that when you start internalizing it, and it's almost like self-sabotage or negative self-talk.
Exactly. Exactly. Because what we do is we build onto that.
Yeah.
So if we say, I'm a failure, I can't do this, this has happened again, and then this whole thing spirals.
Yeah.
But what we should actually be doing to recover from this failure is say, okay, first of all, I'm not a failure.
Yeah.
It's what happened that was wrong.
Yeah.
Identify what I can do to change that, to move me forward.
Sure.
And let's rather see the failure as an opportunity to succeed. Because
Yeah.
if something's gone wrong, that teaches us lessons, surely.
Yeah,
and if we look
definitely.
at the lesson in what's happened, we can then say, all right, now I know where to go next. So failure is actually the beginning of success, if we can look at it that way.
Definitely.
And that also just gets a person's mindset shifted, and we start looking for solutions rather than putting up those barriers. You know, you spoke about self-sabotaging thoughts. Those are barriers. We're literally putting up all these barriers around ourselves. So when we want to recover from failure, don't personalize it.
Okay.
It's something that needs to be changed, and it's the start of something new. And let's rather look at it from the point of view is that I have an opportunity to actually do better now.
Yeah. You spoke about accountability or taking responsibility.
Yes.
Elaborate on that. How do you take responsibility when you're in a deep, dark space and you're feeling negative that you're failing?
For sure. So, Lindy, you know, that's a brilliant question because it's so easy to be stuck in that victim mindset.
Yeah.
You know, where if we're blaming ourselves or others or our circumstances or the world around us, we're the victim. Okay.
True.
We sometimes try and justify things. And when we justify, we are also the victim.
True.
So taking accountability and responsibility, saying, what can I do, or what part did I play in the situation that happened?
Absolutely.
Okay, because let's use, for example, a relationship between two people. There are two parties here. Okay, it's not all the one person. So it's not to say, I didn't do anything wrong, okay, so I'm not the victim. You can't just choose that. But you can say, what part did I play in this particular instance, that however the outcome, ended up, and say, what do I need to do differently? So it's take responsibility for what's in my control, and then actually learn the lesson, and then put something in place, act. Action is where it's going to get you
100%.
Shifting. Do something differently.
True.
To repeat that saying, it's madness to repeat
Insanity.
The same thing and expect a different outcome.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so really it's accountability is important, but don't be stuck in the victim mindset. Because if you're a victim, how would you feel, Lindy?
Sure. I'd feel down, I'd feel I'd blame everyone, you know, completely horrible, nothing's working, you know.
Yes.
So,
And in that space,
yeah,
how do you feel energetically?
very low,
Very low.
very low.
And if you think of yourself in a room, do you see yourself standing up in the center, or where do you see yourself?
In the back.
In the back, and small.
Absolutely,
Okay.
yeah.
So we need to shift that.
Yeah.
And that's where, to recover from failure, when we actually uplift ourselves and say, hey, you know what, I know what I can do differently, and that's what I'm going to do.
And what are some of the daily things that people can do besides positive talking and affirmation? Anything else that they can do when they feel that they're getting stuck, or they you know, getting back into that old habit? What tangible things can they do?
Okay, so there are two things that I want to share here.
Okay.
One is catch yourself in your thoughts.
Okay.
So think about what you're thinking about. And often that's where we pick up our negative mental chatter.
Yeah.
And we need to change that.
Okay.
All right. So if, for example, I'm saying to myself, I failed again, I'm a failure. Switch that and actually think to yourself what I have done right. So I can change, I am going to change, and I am going to succeed. Can you see how you shift your mind?
Positive.
Yes.
Yes.
The other thing is focus on your strengths. So get a journal out and start journaling. What am I grateful for about the strengths that I do have? You know, I have the ability to change. I have a positive outlook. I am going to look for solutions. I am going to do better.
Sure.
Okay?
Yeah.
Those kinds of things, it's really shifting from a negative mindset to positive thinking. And will get you very far doing that.
Absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Claudia. That was absolutely amazing and very inspirational. I think we need to be aware of what we're saying to ourselves, and I think people at home can start implementing some of your steps in terms of failing and stepping forward and moving forward and finding a positive way to move forward. After the break, we're going to be talking to Neville from Ndlondlo Reptile Park.